facendo firmare la signora Nadia Maria, che è la parte venditrice dell'immobile che acquista la signora Fiore Gina Marie, che è qui rappresentata dall'agenzia immobiliare a nome del signor Lino Ciccotelli. Quindi facciamo firmare in questo momento la signora leggibile cortesemente. Lo studio scelto è stato quello del notaio Gian Pietro Chiavanno. Grazie. Adesso firma il signor Lino Ciccotelli a nome della parte acquirente con il procuratore.
So I'm going to go through each drawer, throw away the trash, keep anything that might be interesting, and little odds and ends and things I'm putting in that bowl because, look, I've already got a bowl of little odds and ends. So, because I just don't know, aside from trash and papers and things, what's going to come in handy or what's going to be necessary. Look, all these old keys. How fun. Little knife, a little carabiner, a little screwdriver, more screws, little bolts, a pen. I don't know what any of this stuff is. It's probably not any good, but until I go through the whole house, I'm not throwing anything away. So anything that is not going in that bowl will go in the upper cabinet until I can deal with it. I don't know. Some of the stuff is so old, I just don't know if I want it. But until I can deal with it, I'm just putting it all up here. Fun. Okay, I'm basically going to leave all of this here. For now, I'm going to have to replace this and replace this. But if everything's cleaned, I could probably use it. Then I really just don't have to get much. After I have Easter lunch with my new neighbors. Nobody invites me for Easter lunch. Nobody even invited me for coffee in Portugal for a whole month. Not one person. So I'm very excited. Okay, happy Easter. We're having pasta, and I guess look at that view. Fabulous. So, I just want to sit here on a chair and listen to the birds and the voices. And I don't feel like cleaning anymore today after that really long, wonderful Italian lunch today with Lucia and Mario. It was just splendid. I pull up after I found the apartment. I recognized the street. And she was like, don't park in front of my driveway. This is all Italian, so don't ask me how I understand. Because we're leaving. And so I pulled up right in front of her driveway. So then I said, oh, I bought the apartment. I'm going upstairs. So she let me park in front of her little gate. It's pretty spectacular. I'm very, very excited. I cannot tell you how beautiful it is here. I am up on the top of a hill and surrounded 360 degrees by the most beautiful mountains and vineyards and trees and hills and hill towns. There's hill towns in the distance everywhere. It's not too far from a very good 2-lane road that I came in on from Chieti. I'd never been here before. I've been to Abruzzo, but I was to Pescara years ago. I think it was 2007, maybe 2006. But I'm inland. I'm like 20 minutes from the water, from Francavilla, which is the beach. So I buy this property, sight unseen, from a video from Paola at Mayella Casa Real Estate Agency. Because the Mayella Mountains are in the distance. There's snow-covered hills. It's just to die for. So I'm here sweeping. The place has been empty for at least 10 years. So 10 years of dirt, and the power wasn't working, and the water wasn't working. And basically, everything was just shut off. It's all on, but all the valves were shut off. I had no idea where they were. You know, because I don't live in Italy, so I know the breaker boxes in America. I know the breaker boxes and the gas valves and the water valves, in a house in US. But now I had no idea where they are because this building is 3 stories. So the neighbor, Lucia, and her husband, Mario, live like smack dab right against my fireplace here, their house. And then they own the house right here on the others to the left of me. So anyway, so I met her and her husband, and they invited me to Easter lunch, and it was just grand. And so we went over to their other little house here and had lunch, and it's just been a marvelous day, and the weather is amazing. So I did make it here yesterday to Chieti, which only took me 30 minutes. And I'm staying in Chieti because all the stores are there. But Guardia Grail apparently has lots of stores, so I better go there. I'm going to go there tomorrow when I come back here and clean. And actually, Lucia called somebody to help me clean. Lena, she's going to come help me clean tomorrow. So I'll have help because there's a lot more to do. You know, I have to brush off the ceilings and the walls and everything, and, get all because it's been empty a long time. That's a long time. Plus the flue, I had the chimney cleaned. I don't know what the heck they did because it's open to the sky, the chimney. I don't understand how the water doesn't get in. Anyway, you don't close the chimney. Usually there's like a flue damper thing that closes the hole so stuff doesn't come down. Not this one, it's just wide open. So Lucia and Mario said they're going to go with me to get wood to go Guardia Grail. So I don't know if everything will be open tomorrow, but I will go check it out because otherwise the next day I have to go to IKEA, which here it's IKEA. So yeah. It's been really good because it's just so marvelous. I really did good here. I picked just the greatest little village, and it's really easy to jump on a main road and go to the beach, go to Chieti, go to Pescara, get to Bari, go north. It's like so easy just to get on the main drag and just go north or south or east or west. Rome. How long did it take me from the rent-a-car place to get here, to get to Chieti? Was like 3 hours, but then I did stop. I had to stop several times. Had to get gas, and I stopped because it's so stressful driving in the cities. It doesn't matter whether it's Lisbon or Sydney or Rome. It's just stressful driving in those cities. Plus then you're thrown into a new rental car. So you have to figure out where everything is. Where's the radio? Where's the windows? Where's the thing? Where's this? And everything's in a different place. So it's like a mind game. And then finally, when I get out of the city, because this time I went south of Rome and then came up and went across to the Adriatic. I went from the Mediterranean to the Adriatic. So I drove across, but I had to go around Rome. I remember before GPS, when I rented a car at the Rome airport, or it was not the airport, it was the train station area somewhere. When before there was GPS, I was lost for 3 hours in Rome trying to get off that circle thing. That happened to me in Sydney too. Rented a car in Sydney, tried to get out of the city. It took me 3 hours to figure out. So GPS is a blessing, and the roundabouts are a blessing. Because then if you miss your roundabout turn, instead of going down some road that you have to go for miles before you can turn around, you just go around the roundabout until you find the right road. It's so much easier to navigate. And my Portugal phone, my Portugal internet, my Vodafone works perfect. It's just perfect. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm just going to sit here in my chair, and then I'm going to walk around the town a little bit, and then I think I'm going to go back to the hotel and get some sleep, because tomorrow I need to clean this place really good. It was just a very long day. I was going to go to Salmona, but I did not. So this is enough. And it's really nice. I'm so excited. Okay. Ciao, ciao. Okay, I'm taking the trail. Just for a moment, because it looks like it might rain. Down here, it goes down. Oh, I know where this goes. This goes to the winery. Oh, look, you need a weed whacker. Come down here with a weed whacker. I'm not walking through there today. The trail. Wonder if they trim the trail. I'm in the square. Here's a beautiful little piazza. There's a little fountain and a statue of I guess the soldiers, because you know what, this area was bombed, so I imagine this has something to do with the war. It doesn't say what year. Probably. Look at this view though. Look at this view. Because if I go this way through the little piazza with the cute little fountain and the little girl, look at the view right there. So this village sits on the top of this hill, and it's surrounded by these mountains. And, ciao! And it's one of the cleanest little villages I've ever seen. There's the church. And the view with the Mayella Mountains. I mean, come on. Okay, that's my building. I'm up at the top. There's a little building, a little something up there. There's more than likely that roof's probably going to have to be replaced at some point, because there's rocks holding down maybe because of the wind. There's like a little building up there with a whole bunch of TV antennas. I wonder what that is. I'll have to go up and explore. I put a brand new hot water heater in there. So I'm just trying to figure everything out. Buongiorno. I have Linda helping me today. We're gonna kick ass. Yeah. Okay, well, I brought these little weird things. I brought these things to cover my glass. I don't know. And I brought two of everything, but I didn't bring the pliers. I brought a measuring tape. I brought a scraper. I brought a knife, various blades. And here's tea. So yeah, I brought that stuff. And then I brought a set of silverware. It's only part of the silverware. Oh, look, I brought the scissors. It's only part of the silverware set that I'm going to bring over here. So I just brought some. Then I don't have to use these dirty silverware thingies. I can just throw them away. So at least I'd be able to start. Now the dishes I can wash. So yeah, I was thinking ahead. So here we are in the kitchen. I've got Linda today. Yay! She's going to help me. So we're going to clean. And I already did a lot of cleaning, but in this kitchen, I went ahead and did the ceilings. So we're starting in the bedroom and working our way through the house. She's a godsend. The woman organized the hangers. I love her. Ciao, ciao. So basically what they did is they put this white tape on here because the enamel needs to be fixed, but you know, it's like that's fixable. The old home restoration person that I am, at some point, there's something that you can paint on the enamel that will seal it, but this tape has got to go. They have tape on the banisters to the downstairs. You know, it's all this kind of stuff. This is the stuff that I love to do, and this is why I bought this house, because there isn't a lot of structural issues. There's not a lot of problems. It's just a lot of stuff like this, and I love doing stuff like this. That's why I brought my tools, because I knew I'd be scraping stuff off the floor. You know, I watched the video and I looked at the house, and I brought little things that I knew, you know, like scraping stuff off the glass, scraping stuff off the floors. I brought a lot of razor blades. Blade comes in handy. These things off the tiles, you know, I'm just cleaning for now. I'll replace this kitchen eventually, but I want to be here. So see, look at that razor blade. throw away. So we're just cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. It makes a huge difference. Look at that. So much cleaner. I can live with that. So we have the plumber trying to figure out why we don't have cold water coming out of the little tap. And Linda flagged him down. So this is pretty spectacular. La la la. And he fixed the cold water. It's now working. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Well, it's not perfect, but it is clean. And we're still cleaning. And Linda's in the other room. And oh my God, the plumber comes over here and he fixes my sink. He fixes the cold water and he won't take any money. He's my neighbor. He says he lives right over there. So this is a place you live. This is a place you live. This looks like many years of olive oil on paper. So it's just coming right up. It's just oil. This must have been the oil pantry. I didn't know what it was, so I started scraping it up, but you know. And I found out today that there's nobody in this entire building. So they may be selling. It's like perfect because I was looking for a building with 3 floors, right? So what happens? I move into a building, I buy the upper floor, and then the other 2 floors are for sale. So that would be grand. So Linda talks to me with the hands. like we're gonna. It's so funny. Okay. Una hora. Sí. The floor underneath these cabinets is so dirty. There must be something to clean these floors. See, it's better. So Linda got all the cabinets clean. Oh, see, now it's clean enough. I mean, I have to wear shoes, but look, it looks so much better.